Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a new release review on the new Huda Haze Obsessions palettes. I did get all three. I don't know, you guys. I was on the Huda site and I was like, let's just get them all. I used Trend Mood's discount code, so I got 10% off, and they had a really cute little kit on the Huda site. I don't think they have this on Sephora that I bought as well and saved some money there. But yes, I did get all three because I thought it would be kind of fun to do a video, and I'm going to be doing one look with each of these palettes and letting you guys know my thoughts. Of course, this is technically first impressions, although I do feel like with eyeshadow palettes I am pretty familiar with formulas and if I like something right away, so I can usually right off the first try guess if it's something I'm going to like or not. Anyways, with these Obsessions, they are now available on Sephora as well, so you guys can get them on there or the Huda site. Huda actually had really fast shipping for me. I didn't even pay for fast shipping. I got free shipping and it came in like 2 days, which was crazy. These retail $29 a piece, and the palettes do come with 9 shades in them, a mixture of mattes and shimmers. And then the Huda site has a cute little set which comes in this adorable nude makeup bag, which I just had to have, and you could choose one of the palettes. You get to pick your color, and then you also get a lip set too. So I thought this was actually a pretty good deal because I got this whole kit for $45 and the lip set alone is $33. So I felt like that was an amazing deal, plus you got the bag, so I would definitely take advantage of that because I thought that was amazing. So I picked the khaki one with the Haze liquid lipstick set. I believe these are mostly permanent shades. I'll have to double check on that in the lip set, but I did try on most of the colors for you guys too. So let's get into these palettes. So first up, we got the Sand Haze palette, which looks like this. This one honestly reminds me a lot of like a mini version of the new Nudes palette from Huda. Let me show you them side by side, at least the mattes anyway, and some of the tones in here. They are very reminiscent of the new Nudes, but obviously this one has more of those glittery shades, and this one is mostly shimmer. So I feel like those are kind of similar. It's kind of a mini version, which is nice to have. I was thinking this one was going to be like my least favorite just because it's very neutral, but I actually did end up liking this one. So let me go ahead and do the swatches for you. So here is the swatches of the Sand Obsessions. Really pretty, kind of rosy toned neutrals. Next up is the Purple Haze palette from them, which it looks like this. Here is the swatches of the Purple Haze. It has those really pretty shimmery purples that I love, but I feel like some of the burgundies and some tones are similar as the Sand palette. And then we have the Khaki Haze, which I think most people are excited for because it's kind of a fun muted color scheme with some olives, although I feel like on the eyes they don't look as green as they do like in the pictures I saw, because they seem a lot more neutral, more bronze to me, like a cool bronze if that makes sense. But this one's definitely my favorite color scheme because I am a neutral girl, and I think this one's gorgeous for fall. Here is swatches of the Khaki palette. Alright, so now that we've kind of got an intro, we've seen the swatches, I am going to do one look with each palette, so that'll be the next clip, and at the end I'll go over all my thoughts on these palettes and if I think that you need them in your life. So the first look is going to be with the Sand Haze Obsessions palette. I'm going to go in with this shade first into the crease. This is a light dusty pink. The shade does have quite a bit of fallout, and I'll say it's very light on the eyes, but yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of fallout in the pan with it. Let me go into this mauve down here and also put that into the crease. That one's much better pigment-wise. Next, with the same brush, I'm going to go into this darker plum. This is the darkest shade in the palette, and place this in the outer corner. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade here on my lid with a wet brush. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. I don't want it to be too crazy because this kind of is darker than like the other colors that I used. But I'm going to go over top of it with something else. So I'm going to take my finger with this shade here and place this over top. Next, I'm going to take this mauve tone again and place that in my lower lash line. So that's kind of it for this rosy look. I'm going to kind of clean things up with concealer and put the rest of my makeup on. Put on one of these liquid lips to go with the look. Since we have a rosy pink look, I'm going to do the shade Legend. Super gorgeous color. It's pretty bright and dark, but such a fun shade for fall. This is the first look with the Sand Haze Obsessions, kind of a more rosy toned palette. Alright guys, I have to do a voiceover because my stupid microphone wasn't on, so we're using the Purple Haze right now. I went into the light, kind of dusty lavender shade, and again, this one was so light it doesn't even show up really on the lids, which is very frustrating. Next I went into more of this taupey mauve, and that really did deepen up the crease. I did like this color. We also used the dark purple in the palette, which I was most disappointed with. As you guys could see, it's very light. I didn't feel like it had very good pigmentation at all. I was very frustrated with this one. I had to build it up. I probably honestly spent like 5 minutes on this shade, which was very disappointing, I will say. I did use this smoky kind of purple shade for the eyes. I thought this color was gorgeous. I thought the shimmers in here were really nice. So I'm just brushing that on. And then I'm going to take this shade as a lid topper. I like to use these just to kind of brighten it up, and I thought that was gorgeous. So the shimmers in here are decent. The mattes, not so great. So I'm so angry at myself because my microphone was not on. I have been on the struggle bus today, so while I was filming this, you couldn't even hear what I was saying, but I'm probably just going to put music in the background here or do a voiceover to let you guys know what I was using. But yeah, this one I definitely struggled with the most so far. I haven't used the Khaki yet. That one's next. But I don't know, I'm feeling a little let down with this palette. The shimmers are pretty, but there's a couple dud shades in there, so I'm thinking that it's going to be the worst of the three, but I'll let you guys know my thoughts at the end. But I'm going to clean this up and put the rest of my makeup on so you could see the final look I chose with the purple. Alright, so here is the look, mostly with the finished makeup. I'm going to go ahead and add a liquid lip again. This one is in Savage. Alright, I think this is such a pretty lip with this look as well. Another gorgeous fall color. Alright guys, time for the third look using the third palette, which was the one I was most excited for. This is the Khaki Haze. My eyes are stained a little bit purple from the other palette. So first we're going to go into this mauve pink. Next, let's go in with this more warm toned brown. This one's really pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of this color too, which is like a true khaki brown, and also kind of focus that into the crease as well. I'm just trying to use as many shades as possible here. I like this color as well, it's really pretty. Next we'll take this dark plum. Let's see if it's better than the other one we used from the purple palette. And it is. It actually looks kind of brown. I'm already getting more pigment than I did with the purple. I don't know what is up, but this one seems to be the best quality out of all of them, which is the one that people were most excited for, so that's good. But I don't know what was wrong with that purple palette. It was just not working for me. And then I'm going to take this olivey shade here and put this on the lid, and I'm using a wet brush. And then I'm going to follow a similar theme here and put this on top as like a lid topper to brighten it up. which I seem to like doing that because it really does add a lot of brightness. Like this opens up the eye a lot more than this kind of eye looks more closed off. I am noticing a little bit of patchiness here, if you guys could see with the dark brown. I'm thinking it's kind of gathering really pigmented here and then it is fading out towards the outer corner. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I did want to let you guys know. I'm going to try and build that up so that it's not looking like that because I don't like how that looks. But hopefully we could clean it up too with concealer. Let me go in with this kind of olivey brown again, and I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. I feel like we're definitely looking a little crazy. I do have a little bit of fallout and it is pretty messy, but I do like the look that we came up with. So let me go ahead. I'm also gonna do lashes with this look since I didn't do them with the other ones, and this is probably my favorite look out of all three palettes. So I will be right back with the finished look. Okay, so this is the look I came up with the lashes and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and try the nude liquid lipstick in Venus with this look today. So this is the third and final look with the Khaki Haze Obsessions. I definitely like this color scheme the most, and I think the look is pretty, definitely a really pretty neutral look. So next we'll get into my final thoughts on these palettes. Alright, so I wanted to get into my final thoughts here on these palettes. Of course, this is a first impression still, but I have to say I really struggled with some of the looks today. Like, I feel like there's been so many good releases lately that I've just had no issues with. They blended flawlessly, and I haven't had trouble lately, but these, they really gave me a hard time, especially this purple Haze Obsessions palette. This one just was not it for me. I feel like the mattes in here just do not show up as bright as I would like them to. I had some trouble blending. There's so much fallout in these, and even those like lighter tones in each palette I tried, they were not very good. Like, they would hardly show up. So that was very frustrating. I will say definitely the shimmers are beautiful. It sucks because there's some good shadows in here, but then the mattes just ruin it for me completely. So this 100% is my least favorite of the three. I would not recommend picking it up. I think there is, if you like those purple tones, there's definitely some other palettes out there that you can get the same kind of idea with. There's a lot out there. I'm not a fan. And also even Mercury Retrograde has some really good purples in it from Huda. Let's talk about the Sand Haze. This one I actually did not have many issues with at all except for this pink. It did have quite a bit of fallout and it didn't really show up, so I feel like these two are not going to show up. Again though, this one does have some very similar shades in it. Like, these two shimmers are really close to each other. The burgundies are basically going to look the same on the eyes, so this one was probably second place for me. I'm going to keep it in my collection, I think, and try and use it a bit more. But yeah, this one would be second place. I still don't think I would say you need it in your life. And then my favorite one is the Khaki Haze, although I did have some struggles with this one as well. But I love the color scheme of this one. I thought that the shades in here were actually pretty pigmented. Like, the darker tones in this palette were going on the eye fine, while the purple haze did not. I don't know what is up with that. It seems like there's some quality issues there, but this one definitely had good pigmentation. I really like the color scheme in this one. I think it's gorgeous for fall. It's definitely my favorite look out of the three looks, but I did have some troubles with the dark brown in this palette, getting a little bit patchy. This seems to be a common theme with these Obsessions palettes. I've tried a few from Huda and they just don't seem to be up to par as with the big palettes. And I know I try to keep in mind that these are cheaper. These are $29, of course, but I kind of would expect the same quality. Like, are they not using the same formula? I don't know, but I could say I absolutely love the Mercury Retrograde from Huda. I love the new Nudes palette. So overall, I have to say, sadly, I am disappointed with these little mini palettes. I would 100% recommend saving up a little bit more over time, maybe as a Christmas present, and invest in one of her big palettes. I know they are a little bit more pricey, but the quality just seems so much better and you get more options. So let me know your thoughts on these palettes as well. I'm very curious to know. Please know I'm not trying to be negative. I just want to be completely honest, completely transparent with you on my thoughts with these palettes. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye guys.